Bless all the way up. It's your boy, Change Agent Cooper. Make sure you like this channel, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell for notifications so you can be alerted when this content is coming out. I got a lot to say, and I'm going to say it. I got a lot of experience, strength, and hope, and I'm going to share it. For me not to, well, that would be blasphemy. Today, I want to talk about prison in-reach, and I want to just share a little bit about a specific situation that I'm working through right now. Make sure you remember this, y'all, who are interested in doing re-entry work. Re-entry services start before a person get out. If you wait until a person is out to serve them, you have failed that returning citizen. Mark my words. So today I'm filling out a release form. Here it is, Operation Gateway release form. We're sending in this release form to the incarcerated person to get them to sign this release so that we can get records from October Road, which is a service provider that worked with the individual. You see what I'm saying? We're trying to work with this individual to get their assessment. We need the assessment. We need proof of the assessment and everything, because he's going to need this to get his driver's license back. What a lot of people don't know is that, you know, when you have a driving while under influence and you lose your license, when it's time for you to get your license restored, you're going to have to do some type of assessment. You're going to have to do some type of treatment. And if you've done some type of treatment and completed some type of treatment, then that can count towards your driver's license restoration. But you have to have proof of completion of treatment. And so for this gentleman, he had actually completed a treatment and assessment and everything before he had got locked up, but he had not pursued his driver's license restoration, maybe because he was ripping and running the streets, doing things he ain't had no business doing. You know how it go. You know how it go. You know how we do when we out there and we up to no good. Ain't nobody worried about following no rules, bruh. But whenever people go to prison, they have enough time to sit down and reflect on what it is that they need to do. They start thinking about those goals, you see. And one of the goals that a lot of people have is driver's license restoration, because you got to have your driver's license out here in the world. You know, that's one of them, you know, when you start talking about transportation, that determinant, that social driver of health, that transportation barrier, you better get them L's, bro. And the perfect time to start working on that is when a person is incarcerated. And so what I'm doing, getting this release form filled out, you know, and gonna send that in to the case manager. This actual person has a family that's supporting him. He's blessed. And I was sure to let that family know, like, hey, shout out to y'all for having your family members back, because a lot of people be done burnt all their bridges and don't have nobody rocking with them no more. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's rock bottom looks different, but this person has family that's still supporting them. And so, you know, we coordinating with the family as well as the case manager to be able to get this documentation sent in, to get this release form signed and sent back. And then we'll communicate with October Road to get the necessary paperwork that we need for him that will suffice for the DMV for him to get his driver's license back. But the question is, can he parallel park though? I be messing with everybody when they get their L's back. They sending text messages and pictures holding their license up. I always be like, but can you parallel park? I can parallel park when it ain't nobody behind me. Like when I had my Jeep Compass, I could really parallel park. Like small compact vehicles, I just parallel park that thing. But the Tahoe, I don't be parallel parking the Tahoe. I ain't even gonna stunt. I back it in somewhere, but I ain't gonna stunt. I ain't doing no parallel parking to the Tahoe. That was very random. But back to the story. The good thing about this individual is that he has family support. You know, having that family support is a game changer. But even if he didn't, let me tell you how we would navigate this. And I've done another video before talking about prison in-reach. If he didn't have family support, this is how we would navigate it. We would have been communicating with the incarcerated person. The incarcerated person would have let us know they don't have a driver's license. We would have got the incarcerated person's driver's license number and social security number. We would have been able to get that person's driving record. We would have got that person's driving record, which would have indicated what it was that he needed to do in order for him to be able to get his driver's license back. And once we would have did that, we would have still been communicating with him via text behind. Typically is how we roll, communicating with him via text behind. Then communicating with him on text behind, what we would have told him was, is, hey, look, we finna see this release form. You can attach a document in there it is. You can attach a document in text behind. That's the good thing about that app, but it's not equitable. because not all people are tech savvy. And for y'all that don't know what text behind is, that is the mailing system that is used for people who are incarcerated. So they don't get regular mail no more. They try to limit contraband and all of that stuff. So now you have to use an app. But for service providers like me, it is a benefit because we can easily attach a document and send that into the prison to the incarcerated person. It's a wonderful thing. Like, we're going to send this release form into the prison for this incarcerated person to sign off on it. See what I'm saying? And we're at, hold on. As a matter of fact, let me back up just a little bit. We're not having to send this one to the directly to the incarcerated person. We're sending this one to the case manager to get to the incarcerated person to fill out. You see what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Like I say, when the family is involved, and this family has actually been talking to the person's case manager already, and they still got a little bit of time left. They got less than a year, but they still got some time left. But this is the beautiful thing, because we can get this out the way, and we can already be having the package put together. So by the time the person come home, he ain't scrambling and running here and there and trying to gather documentation and all that. The community health worker has stepped in. And that's what we do. Real quick, a community health worker is a person who serves as a link, liaison, or intermediary between the community and the health and human services, the social services. You know, we're trusted. We are links, liaisons, intermediaries. We are people with lived experience with prison reentry. We are here to bridge the gaps, end stigmas, show people that there is hope, because we did it and you can too. That's how we roll. And we passionate about what we do because we done made it out the dirt. We done made it out the gutter from a rock bottom, which was a solid foundation to build off of. You know what I'm saying? But this is what this video was about, just telling y'all a little bit how prison in-reach works, especially as it relates to driver's license restoration. You can start working on that process before a person is released. Don't wait till a person is released from prison to serve them, because if you wait until they get out to serve them, you have done them a disservice. My name is Change Agent Cooper. I'm not the answer, but I'm for damn sure the alternative. Bless up.